Welcome back. Today's video we are in Missouri, packing up and headed north to escape a heat wave that's currently happening in the United States. We are going to head north through Iowa, and then our final destination for now is Illinois. Join us as we head north to Gibson City, Illinois. After a long day of driving, we made it to Illinois, in particular Gibson City, Illinois. This small, cute community had an RV park and campground next to its city park. This would be our home for the next week, to relax and hopefully beat some of the heat. As the sun began to set, we noticed all the fireflies flying around. Tara would tell me stories of catching fireflies as a child, so she set it about as a mission for the night to catch one, to show me up close and personal. And sure enough, didn't take her long, she caught one. She put it in an old pop bottle for me so I could have a real good look at it. You see, I never grew up with fireflies. They weren't a natural part of my habitat where I grew up. And until our boler adventures began in the States a couple of years ago, I had never seen one in real life. And of course, in the end, we let it go free. The next morning, it was time to update our map on the back of the boler. For every Canadian province and American state that the boler goes through and visits, we add a new decal onto the maps on the back of our rock guard on the boler. This was not our first time in Illinois. However, it was our first time going through Iowa. So it was time to add on Iowa's sticker. We have stayed at many places around the continent, and it's always fascinating to me that there's many different ways to do one task. In this case, the garbage. It was garbage day today at the campground, and this was a technique I have not seen before, but it definitely was efficient. There just happened to be a drive-in movie theater locally, so we had big plans for the evening to go to the drive-in movie theater. That just happens to be a favorite past tense of Tara and mine. So for the day, Tara caught up on some of her knitting, and we also made a stop at the local laundromat to clean some of our clothes. With our chores done for the day, we were excited to head to the drive-in movie theater. Drive-in movie theaters hold a special place in Tara and I's hearts, as that is what we did for our very first date. And sometimes we feel there's something truly magical about a drive-in movie theater. If we find out there's one in the area we're at, we have a hard time passing the opportunity up.
Hey Tara, where are we? We are in Illinois.
Doing what?
Eating popcorn.
Why?
Because we're waiting for the movie to start.
What movie?
The Little Mermaid.
Our pets, Bennie and Stella, didn't stay up late watching a double feature at the drive-in movie theater, so they both were ready to go first thing in the morning. Bennie wanting his morning cuddles, and Stella, well, Stella was in her kennel, but she was ready to get out, ready to start her day. Stella's ready to get her day going.
How you doing, Benny?
After we all had a little fresh air and time to stretch our legs, we went to the local restaurant The Kettle and tried one of their famous items, the hash tack. I have to admit, it was pretty darn good. After brunch, upon returning back to the campsite, I decided it was time to take the drone out for a flight. I always feel like the drone gives a different viewpoint of an area that we're at, so it's always nice to be able to fly it around and be able to give a different viewpoint. You know you're getting close to the Canadian border when you actually find ketchup chips. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Definitely gonna try these bad boys out. I like ketchup chips in almost 2 years. One of my favorite types of chips. I'm not even a chip person. So excited. Ketchup chips. What happened there, Tara?
I'm a little bit tangled.
That's some difficulties. Are you attached to the boler? Even with Tara's yarn mishaps, she still manages to make great strides with her projects. It's hard to believe she actually started this sweater when we arrived here. Now she's almost done. One of the great things about this lifestyle is all the people you meet. On this particular stop, we met Barbara and Gary, who were traveling from Florida on holidays. They had learned that the local community put on a band performance that was due to happen this evening, and they invited us to join them for the performance. It was an opportunity we could not pass up. The band performance was wonderful, and we were so glad to have the invite and that we went. One of the other things we really like about our nomadic lifestyle is that we can explore these small communities and see their local events and the different things that different communities do. And so far, we had really been enjoying our time in Gibson City, Illinois. However, another thing about this lifestyle is always saying goodbye. Someone is always hitting the road before another. And in this case, it was Barbara and Gary's turn to hit the road before we did. So that morning we said our goodbyes, and they hit the road as more adventures awaited them. And just like that, we had the park to ourselves. Well, maybe not completely to ourselves. There were still the squirrels to keep us company, and there were plenty of them. And later that day, Tara finished the sweater she began when we arrived here in Gibson City.
Hi, Stella.
And just like that, our time in Illinois was over. We were headed northeast towards Indiana next. Thank you for joining us in today's video. We sure hope you enjoyed our adventures in Illinois. We look forward to sharing more of our adventures with you soon. See you next time.